Welcome to the first video on WhiteDeskTech. This channel is owned by and operated by me, Charge. If you're new here, I create and sell content on my main channel, and the link is in the description if you want to check that out. Before we get started, I'd like to give you a backstory about me and my tech. The video starts at the timestamp on screen. Before 2020, I had been slowly collecting tech, specifically smartphones. In 2020, during the whole pandemic thing, I created my channel, Charge. Same one up today. Those tech videos didn't do too well and they were poorly made, so I eventually switched to gaming in 2022 and later Nintendo content. I've been getting back into tech and I've actually pulled out my own phone collection, which is where we are now. Now for the phones. This only includes the actual phones, no tablets or MP3 players. Starting from oldest to newest. The Sony Ericsson T226. I'm not sure about the history of this one, but it's kind of useless to me at the moment. I don't have the charger for it, and what even is this charging port? Talk about proprietary. Anyway, this phone came out in 2003, so it's 22 years old now, and the stuff on it is candle wax. I don't know why it was left by a candle, but okay. Not really much to say about this one. The oldest Samsung in my collection, the Samsung Mythic. Again, I don't really know the history of this one. Pretty mythical, huh? Luckily, it uses micro USB, so I can charge it. I'm pretty sure this runs Samsung's TouchWiz OS. This one is interesting because it actually released after the Samsung Galaxy, which was the first Samsung to have Android. Oh, and another thing, I bought two of them. They seem to be identical. I don't know how I ended up with two of these. Well, this is misleading. This is not the Galaxy S, but rather the Samsung Captivate. And once again, I have two of them. A cool thing about this phone is that the battery is removable. This phone shipped with Android 2.1. It's also got an AMOLED display. It took Nintendo 11 years to put that on the Switch. Like its cousin, this phone uses micro USB. I haven't tested this one though. Can we ever break from Samsungs yet? No? Okay. Anyways, this is the Samsung Galaxy Nexus, and look, it works! And yes, the back is popping off. I think it's this little wire under there. This phone runs Android 4.3 Jelly Bean. I would use the cool dynamic wallpapers, but this slows this already slow phone down to a crawl. I believe that it can also still get apps from the Play Store, and I can even log into my Google account. The longevity of Android phones is surprising. Finally, a break from Samsung. This phone is the LG Nexus 5 with stock Android. No extra junk, just the core stuff. I'm pretty sure that it can still be used as a true phone today since it has 4G LTE. Maybe I'll try that sometime. For releasing 12 years ago, this phone is actually surprisingly modern. I'm also glad I've got the white color, as the black one had a rubber back and that's apparently started to degrade by now. They also apparently made the Nexus tablet. It looked like this thing but scaled up to be a small tablet. Maybe I'll include tablets in next year's phone collection that have no new actual phones. Never mind, we're back to the Samsungs. Anyways, this Samsung Galaxy S5 actually had a removable back and battery, like its earlier cousin. The bad part is that it doesn't work, it's bricked. I've actually got a story about this phone though. It was boot looping, but I was able to get into recovery mode and reset it. It kept showing an error when I got into Android, but a simple restart fixed that. The Asus Zenfone 2. This was one of my earliest phones, and as you can see, I wasn't the most careful with it. It's also been dropped in the water and gotten malware. Somehow, this thing still lives though. I have no idea how. It's also got this funny scratchy thing on it. Fast forward 2 years from the S5 and we have the Samsung Galaxy S7. I did have an S6 active, but that had a one battery and needed to be disposed of. Rest in peace, S6 active. Anyways, back to the S7. This phone looks amazing. I love the way the gold color looks on it. Also, it's compatible with the Gear VR. It does get hot fast, though. One out of two of my iPhones for iPhone SE. It's the first generation, but it's still surprisingly modern. It runs iOS 15 and actually just got updated to 15.8.5. Shows that Apple knows how some people still use that phone and wants to give them security updates, which is good. And I like the small form factor, very pocketable. Unfortunately, that's a bit of a detriment to it because typing and touch controls can be hard to use. Either way, I miss small phones. Here's one of my favorite phones, the Asus Zenfone 3. I got this one after the Zenfone 2, and clearly I learned my lesson with this one. It's still pretty much pristine. I've used this phone the longest, I think, so it holds a lot of sentimental value to me. It runs Android 8 with this little funny octopus, kinda creepy in a way. I also like the reflective finish on the back. It looks kinda like a vinyl record. And they kept the volume scratchy thing. Getting into the more modern phones, we have the OnePlus 6T. This is super fast, which I like. It's also really powerful. It's pretty weighty, so it feels nice in the hands. I like the inclusion of a 3-way mute switch, and the design is super clean. This phone also runs Android 11. I think I could genuinely switch to this phone. It's still suitable, even today. This is the last Samsung phone, I promise. Anyways, this is the Galaxy A32 5G. For this being a budget phone, it sure is nice. It's even got a fingerprint sensor and 4 cameras. Unfortunately, it's kinda a little bit slow. I never did reset it. This phone is the Water OceanPhone 4. Wait, is this paper? How'd this get in here? Either way, I like it as a form factor. A modern small phone. Also, 1 camera in 2025. I didn't lie earlier. This isn't a Samsung, but it's clearly trying to be one. Once you turn it over, it's clear it's not Samsung. If you thought the iPhone SE keyboard was small, think again. Anyways, this phone has USB-C, which automatically makes it better than most iPhones. Surprisingly, it runs Android 9 and seems to support some apps. I'm not going to sign into this, just in case it sends my details to some server in China or something. I mean, this thing was $30, so I'm surprised I even got a functional smartphone in the first place. Oh, and all these cameras but one of them are fake. Now onto my current, wait, this is the iPhone SE. Camera swap. There we go. Now, I got my iPhone 14 around 2022, and it's still working today. It's even running iOS 26. Right now, its battery health is at 80% of its maximum capacity, which is just barely enough to get me through the day. I still need to charge it sometimes, though. That's all my phones. I bought some other devices, including a lot of tablets, but this video was just going to focus on my phones. Each year I'm going to do a new phone collection video, and in those, I'll go over any new devices I get, as well as any updates on devices I've previously covered. I also have other series for this channel planned. I'm not really one to try and force or beg this, but if you could subscribe to get this channel up and running, that would be great. Anyways, thanks for watching. See ya.